Hello, everybody. Dr. Patrick Kiteley here. Just so excited to have you on this discussion that we're going to have today. One of the passions that I have is not only to see people healthy in their spirit and in their soul, but also in their body. And so we're going to have a discussion today. I have a very special guest that is with me where we're going to talk about learning and applying different principles to making your body strong. And so the topic today is boosting your immune system. One of the scriptures that always comes to me when I think about this is Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. Just the first part, the scripture says, "My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge." And so there's something about getting information and knowledge and applying that knowledge to our lives and to our bodies. And so today I have a guest here. It's not just a guest, but it's actually one of my family members. I was thinking about who could I bring in to talk about our immune system, and the best of the best I could find in my own family. And so I want to welcome today Sheree. She's here from Denver, Colorado, and we're going to discuss this today. So hello, Sheree.
Hello, Patrick, and
Good.
thank you for this opportunity.
Oh, great to have you here. First of all, you practice your business is in Denver, Colorado, and it's called Savvy Wellness. Can you tell us just what you do there at Savvy?
Yes, Savvy is a holistic wellness center. So we offer services that are geared towards prevention of illnesses and diseases and way to build up the immune system, boost the immune system, help our body on a cellular level, and also do a lot of detoxification. So we offer a myriad of services that are all geared towards lymphatic drainage, red light therapy, ionic detox foot baths, frequency mats. We offer multiple supplements, nutritional, health coaching, those kinds of services, all geared towards building the body up as God intended us to be.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, since I've known you and you're in my family, you've helped me as well. For many years, I had different things, issues going on in my body. My immune system was broken down. I had a parasite in my body, and I don't want to say how much I spent, but I spent a lot of money traveling to different places and have tried many different things. And so I've been on my health and holistic journey myself. And then one day I was like, I need to call my very own cousin. And you have walked me through different seasons and helped me move into another place of health like no other that I've experienced before. And so I'm just not here to do a commercial with you, but I'm actually giving you a review because a testimonial of and what I love about you is your compassion. Your compassion. You when you meet with people, you talk with people, there's a connection that you make. It's not just, you're just trying to do a transaction with somebody or a business, but you actually move in compassion. And it's just an amazing thing, that you do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It truly is my heart. I've had my own journey along the way, so I've learned a lot from it. So I was a patient before I was a practitioner, which sometimes makes it when we've been in the trenches and can relate to clients in various ways. It truly is my heart and passion to see people well, to be able to offer an alternative way to be able to help heal the body and not just give it medications and drugs and those kinds of things. That to offer hope, it's a big thing I tell my clients, is we're here to offer hope to you, that there is another way, that there is something that you can do to help support your body and to help it heal. God created our bodies, as in His image, and so it knows what to do. If given the right opportunity, the body knows what to do. Give it the right tools it needs to heal itself. That's what Savvy offers.
Yeah. And it's exciting to watch your social media, to see the reviews, the testimonials that are online as well as videos. I mean, you're helping a lot of people, and it's just phenomenal to see. And you're helping from children and teenagers all the way up to adults. and it's absolutely phenomenal what you're doing, and I just cannot wait to see how it unfolds. Today we're talking about boosting your immune system, and so one of the things that we thought we'd discuss was just different ways that each and every one that is watching this can work on building your immune system as we go into what they call the cold and flu season, and now we have different variants of COVID going around as well. I think this is a good moment for us to just speak to people and tell them what they can do to be able to boost their immune system and get to a place where they can be around viruses and sicknesses and it doesn't affect them. And so I wanted to bring you here to talk about this. So I'm just going to let you just talk, and we're just going to flow here just on maybe giving people some practical ideas and just being able to run with it.
Awesome. Well, something I love talking about is ways that we can help build up the body. So one of those ways is diet. It's what we put into our body. You would not put the wrong gasoline into the car. You would not put water in the car because it's not going to work properly. So what we put into our bodies is going to go back to really the basics of hydration, making sure that you're hydrated enough. Take your body weight, divide it by 2 minimum. That's how many ounces of water that you need. Electrolytes, fruits and veggies, right? Putting in good foods. Sugar is going to suppress your immune system.
Sorry, did you hear that, everybody? That's an announcement here. Sugar. Now, not fruit sugars necessarily, but sugar.
Sugars, fruit sugars have the good sugars in them.
Yes.
They have tons of phytonutrients, minerals, vitamins in it that we need, that our body needs, our cells need. Sugar, man-made sugar, is what suppresses our immune system by over 70%.
Wow.
So if we're having a bad diet, not sleeping enough, because it's the same statistic when we're not sleeping, right? Our immune, we wake up and we just feel terrible. We didn't get sleep. We maybe ate bad the night before. No wonder why someone comes and coughs or is sick and you get exposed. So then you're going to catch that sickness. So our immune systems are like armies, and we want to build up, give them what they need to be able to fight for us. So if you think of our immune systems constantly on surveillance, looking for the enemy, it's like an army guy with his sniper gun, right? Looking for the enemy. That's what our immune systems do for us on a daily basis. So if we're not giving it the right food and vitamins and nutrients that it needs, it's not going to stand a chance, when the threat comes, so to speak. The threat meaning, viruses and those kinds of things when someone is sick with a cold or a flu. If we start from the basics, what is the immune system?
Yes.
Where is the immune system? I know where my eyes are. I know where my heart is. I know where my gut is. I know where these different body parts are. And it's been so talked about the last couple of years of build up your immune system and boost it and all the things. But where is it in the body? Your immune system is in your lymphatic system. I don't give the immune system justice unless I talk about the lymphatic system, which is something that I'm very passionate about. It's my heart. It's a huge part of what we do over at Savvy Wellness, and it's not talked about enough.
Wow.
And so our immune system lives inside of our lymphatic system. It's in all those lymph nodes.
Right.
So
where are the lymph nodes? Where's the lymphatic system?
Lymphatic system is actually everywhere. So if you imagine all the veins that you have in your body, head to toe, right beside it, you've got a lymphatic system. However, between the 600 and 1,000 lymph nodes that we have in the body, 1/3 of them are from the neck up. But the big parts of the lymphatic system are going to be at the clavicle areas, right? We've got the armpits, we've got the groin, we've got the stomach. So in combining the two, 70%, 80% of our immune system is in our gut, which just happens to be where 50% of our lymphatic system is also housed. The two go together. You can't talk about one without talking about the other, because your lymphatic system is the garbage can of your body.
Right.
It's going to be, where all the trash gets emptied, so to speak. And
Your
so
drainage.
the drainage points, right? We want to get the pathways opened. But if you think about it, this is a amazing statistic. We have over 60,000 miles of lymph vessels in the body.
Wow.
A vessel's equivalent to a vein, 2.5 times around the circumference of the earth. I mean, that is
in one person's body.
one person's body.
Wow.
It's a wow factor. So it's amazing. It needs to be talked about.
I love your analogy of traffic with it, just the whole thing with it, because the lymphatic system gets clogged up.
Sure does.
And that whole analogy you were showing me, a video she made that was just, where were you? You were on the freeway.
I was on the freeway, yes.
Yeah.
And I saw a clogged traffic jam of all this, cars merging, and it was backed up, and we're going like 5 miles an hour. Immediately, my thought was, oh my goodness, that's what the lymphatic system looks like. It's like I liken it to, a traffic jam on a freeway. That's what our lymphatic system starts to look like when we're not getting it moving. When it gets congested, when it gets backed up, people start to feel symptoms. Sickness,
Yes.
puffiness, not feeling like themselves. They get headaches. Maybe it's weight gain. Maybe it's stomach issues. Maybe it's sleep issues. Maybe it's hormones. Whatever it is, if we're not giving our lymphatic system some love, your body's going to start talking. But bringing it back to our immune system, that's one of the ways that we can help boost our immunity.
Right.
Is with the lymphatic system.
I like this because nobody thinks, oh, I wonder how my lymphatics are doing today. My lymph nodes, you just don't think about that kind of stuff. But this is important. And if we don't know it even exists, then what are we going to do? We don't know that it's getting clogged up, and this could be the root of many conditions that are going on in our body. And for instance, our immune system, then we don't even, we can't move with that knowledge that we're talking about here today. And so this is amazing, Sheree, because it's like a light's going to turn on for some people. Yeah. So, okay, I have a clogged lymphatic system. My immune system, every time somebody gets a sniffle, I get a sniffle. Every time I hear somebody has a sore throat, I get a sore throat. I'm not talking about myself. I'm just talking about other people. But every time, it just seems like I'm just catch everything that's around. One of the things I'm not looking at is my immune system and my lymphatics.
Right.
And so what can I do to be able to make a difference in my own body?
Great question. I'm glad you asked. We're going to start with the basics of just our diet and our food. So eating the rainbow, great way to start. There's definitely supplementation that we can bring on board with that. Beyond that, getting quality sleep, minimum 7-8 hours if you can.
Yes.
Lowering stress.
Yeah.
Stress depletes the body.
Yeah.
And so when someone is stressed, when they're not sleeping, their diet, when they're, just go all the time, their body gets worn down, makes you more susceptible.
Right.
If you are around somebody that gets sick.
So what kind of supplements should someone be taking? Just a base core to keep their immune system, and then going from there.
Yes, we're going to highlight vitamin C. Yes, vitamin C is all that. It's a huge one. It's an antioxidants for sure. There's vitamin D, which one I don't think a lot of people have talked about, is huge.
Right.
Huge for your immune health.
So how much, with for instance, vitamin D?
Yep.
How much does someone take? I know it's important for people to take K2
Yep.
with their vitamin D. And so what kind of dosage? I mean, some people say 2,000 IUs or 3 or 5 or even up to 10. Some people do that.
Depending on where someone's at. If you've had blood work and labs done, optimally they say you should be between 80 and 100. That's with blood labs.
For your D levels, hydroxy
For
D.
vitamin D levels. It needs K2, vitamin K2 as well, to be able to, the two synergistically work together to be able then, K2 tells the body how to utilize
And I've seen you
absorption.
can buy now
You sure
in
can.
one supplement vitamin D3
You sure can.
and K2.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
I think, and because stress depletes vitamin D, I think people need more than the typical dosage that was recommended
Yes.
years ago, 1,000 or two. I just don't think it's enough these days.
Right.
If someone's super depleted, you can, get pretty high up there for a short period of time to
Right. Because
build
we
it.
don't get it. We
build
get
it
our
up.
vitamin D from the sun, but it's like
You got the
we're
winter months.
yeah, the winter, but also in the summer, like it's 102 degrees out here
Sure.
today, and I'm not going outside. I'm not going to hang out there, so I'm not
Yep.
getting my sun. And so even in the summer now, I mean, I watch this summer, and people are getting colds and sore throats,
Yeah.
and because I think their system's down, is depleted even from that.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
4,000 to 5,000 IUs.
Okay.
It's a great place to, I think it needs to be a little bit more than the 1,000 or 2,000, just from what our environment and our world and toxins and those kinds of things that really deplete us. But taking those, so vitamin D, vitamin C, echinacea, ginger is a huge one that I love. It's an
yes.
anti-inflammatory.
You've had me on that. That's been wonderful.
I'm a huge fan of ginger. I'm a huge fan of turmeric.
It has effects on your digestion,
Really
your stomach, your blood.
Sure does.
All of the above. Ginger is wonderful.
Yeah, so there's a lot of
Turmeric,
amazing supplements, chlorella, spirulina, where you're going to be getting packs a powerful punch. You're getting multiple vitamins out of doing something like a green food.
Right.
So that's very powerful. So there's definitely zinc is another one
Yes.
that I would recommend. And there's of course supplements that do offer specific, cold and flu and those kinds of things. A product I carry at Savvy Wellness is Cellcore.
Yes.
Love them. Cellcore Biosciences. They're amazing Christian company, actually. And so I love what they stand for, but I also love what their product is. It's all ways to help the detox pathways. So it's going to help with liver support, lymphatic support, immune support.
Yes.
And of course, we can't talk about immune system without also talking about probiotics.
Right.
Probiotics are another one that we want to replenish, right? And give the immune system, give the gut what it needs. But they just offer ways to help open up the detox pathways with the body, but then it goes after specific areas. And one of them is being the immune system as well. So I've had so many client testimonials. They're like, Sheree, this product, Cellcore, changed my life.
Yes.
I mean, they come in tears to me. They're coming in, they're like, oh my gosh, I've been struggling for 10 years. All of a sudden I put them on a couple of products and they're like, they come in and they're like, this has changed my life. How did I do this without, this guidance or this help with them? Because, Savvy existed to make differences in people. We exist to, put a smile on someone's face and do something that hasn't been working. And it just melts my heart when people come in and they say, Sheree, I'm so glad I found you. I'm so glad I found you, because I not only they get treatments, but I'm also giving them resources, real life. Hey, just go get some of this, go buy that. I mean, just last week I had, a couple, come into my doors and they're like, Sheree, we don't know what to do, where to do, how to do this. I'm deficient in that. What kind of minerals do I need? Why do I need this? I'm there as a resource, as a guide to be able to help them. And so it just makes my day when clients come in and they leave smiling.
Yeah.
And that's truly why we exist. But so yes, getting the probiotics, the vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, there's some others.
The basics down.
The basics down for supplements, hydration, diet, those kinds of things. Exercise is another one. Guys, if you're, having a bad diet and not exercising and doing just the basics, how do you expect your body to be able to do what it needs to do?
Yeah. Even walking.
Walking.
Just walk.
Yes.
Take 20 minutes and walk, and
It's going to
it
help
really is
stimulate
helpful.
your immune system. You're going to get some vitamin D, but it's movement. It's stagnation, right? That breeds disease. And so when we're stagnant, when we're not drinking, when we've got bad diets, when we're not doing the basics, it's like we're inviting, to get sick, kind of a thing. But your body knows what to do when given the right opportunity and the right environment, which is what we
Now you mentioned
tried to do.
minerals, because people think about vitamins, all vitamin
Yep.
D, C, all that you mentioned. But what about minerals?
Minerals are the spark plugs of our body.
Yeah.
Spark plugs of the cells. It's just like when you take your car in, get in the diagnostics, and it's kind of like, hey, you need some spark plugs are out, kind of a thing. Well, your car's not going to run right.
Yes.
Just like not putting in the right gasoline. So just like our trillions of cells that God has given us, they need minerals to be able to spark, to be able to do their job, to give someone energy, to help their sleep. That's what our cells need.
Right.
So our cells, that's exercise, all of those things, sleep, are what rejuvenate and help our body on a cellular level. So
They say that there's like 102 minerals that our bodies are made of.
Yep.
And one of the things I started taking was sea moss. And there's different forms. You can do it in gel. You can do it in the supplement. I do it in like this little packet.
great product.
And
Yep.
and when I've been taking
Sure.
it, I haven't gotten sick. I think I was around at least, and I'm just, because I've traveled
Yep.
a little bit, I've been around at least 10 people who had COVID, people with sniffles, coughs, everything. And when I'm taking my sea moss, because it has 92 of the 102 minerals we need in our bodies, I haven't gotten sick being around them. And I'm not saying that just I'm so cool, but I've been consistently taking that, and just sea moss, and they
Because
have Irish sea moss.
it's got the trace minerals in it.
Yes.
So everyone wants to put the spotlight on vitamin A, B, C, D, all of those. Trace minerals, I feel like, are the guys behind the curtain, the ones behind the scenes that are actually making the chemistry piece of how the body functions and works. So glad you brought that up.
And then another one that you put me on
Yep.
was electrolytes.
Yeah.
Because those are really minerals.
Yep.
And
Sodium, potassium.
yes, yes, that changed. That was a game changer for me.
Yep. So, if you live in humid, hot climates a lot, if someone's exercising, sweating, of course, I recommend saunas. Everyone should be doing a sauna to detoxify. But if you're in those kind of environments, and even, on a daily basis, just exercising, we need electrolytes, and the body needs them in the right ratio to be able to do their job and what it needs to do.
So as just a regular person, where do I find electrolytes? What do I do? Because what do I take on a daily basis so I can work on that?
There's quite a few companies out there that have little packets, right? There's quite a few of them out there.
You have to be careful the ones with sugar.
Yeah, fine with great point. Find one with zero sugar, but one that has sodium, potassium, a little bit of magnesium, maybe some chloride in it. And it's, they've created them so they're, you can pour that in water and it's at that right ratio that the body needs.
There's sugar again. Sugar is inflammation.
Avoid sugar.
Sugar, let me tell you right now, sugar sucks the life right out of you.
Sugar's the enemy.
It's the enemy. Absolutely.
It does. It creates that inflammation. People wonder why they have diseases, why they get, not just a cold and a flu, but we're now going into the chronic issues.
Yes.
A big part of my practice is working on the lymphatic drainage. So when they come in and tell me, hey, I've got this problem, I've got diabetes, I've got an autoimmune problem, or I'm not sleeping, or I'm constipated, or, they're going down the list of all of these things that they're experiencing, maybe some medications as well. And so my mind goes to, it's like I put on glasses, so to speak, and a filter, and I'm wondering, what does their lymphatic system look like? What does their immune system look like that is creating these issues?
Let's go there, because we talked about diet.
Yeah.
We talked about supplements of vitamins and minerals.
Sure.
Exercise, water, which sometimes we don't drink enough water. Hey, And we don't even know how much water to drink sometimes.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the lymphatics, because when we talk about boosting the immune system,
Yeah.
this is a game changer, and this is one of your main focuses in your practice.
Huge.
And so let's talk about this, because we talked about what it is, where it is, but now again, regular Patrick, having any information, not knowing what to do. How do I dealing with my lymphatic system so I can boost my immune system?
Yes. My motto, give your lymphatic system love and it will give life back to you. How I always say to my clients, it's the guy doing all the work behind the scenes that gets zero credit. It's the one, putting on a big production and all of this, that if someone puts on a big show and they're behind the scenes and maybe it's the cameraman or whatever, zero credit, zero recognition, zero, anything. Yet it's the one that has done everything that matters. And that's how I personally feel about the lymphatic system. Your lymphatic system, top three things, it's your immune system, as we're talking about today. As we talked about, it's your largest circulatory system. So we've got over 60,000 miles of it. It's the garbage can of the body. So it's part of that detox, it's part of that drainage piece of it. And guess what? If we're not taking out the trash, our bodies are going to start to get backed up. And that's when sickness and diseases start to happen and you start to feel symptoms, whether you're tired, whether you're fatigued, whether you're puffy, whether you've got gut issues, whether there's inflammation, maybe you've got headaches, maybe there's some pain, some joint issues and those kinds of things. That is what our lymphatic system is. There are some, I know everyone doesn't have access to doing a lymphatic drainage. It's a huge thing that we do at Savvy Wellness. But let's give some people, practical take home. Walking, we talked about that earlier, just exercise, movement, right? Now, we need to point this out that the heart has a pump. Lymphatic system doesn't have a pump. We're not moving, it's not moving, life happens, it starts to get backed up. So exercise, walking, it acts as a movement.
And you told me to get what they call a rebounder.
Rebounder. That was
it was $99 on Amazon.
Yeah.
And it's those little trampolines, those little personal trampolines.
Yep.
I do it 2 minutes a day.
Yep.
And I feel good just from that, because you told me, because I do other things for exercise, but that is one.
So doing that when you're bouncing, and hey, if the kids have it, right, jump on it, but you can get one. So that jumping, that bouncing, right, acts as a pump. Really easy to do, and it can be fun. You can work your way up. Some people do a whole workout with it, but people can.
Well, there's videos on YouTube. You can put on music and dance around, and
yes, you can do up to 30 minutes of it, jumping jacks, all the things. So. Great way to get your heart rate going too, but, helping to boost the lymphatic system. Dry brushing. You could probably get a dry brush on Amazon. Everything we do, we want to gear up or focus it to the left-hand side, to the left clavicle. This is where the lymphatic system drains. We want to flush. So everything we do, a dry brush literally looks like a brush. Everything we do, we want to bring it up to the heart.
How much is a dry brush? How much?
You could probably get one for $10.
Okay.
Read reviews, of course, on them. But everything we do, we want to brush it up to the left-hand side. Why? Well, because the heart's on the left-hand side. All the toxins that get dumped from the lymphatic system are getting dumped into the heart. Heart's going to pump out those toxins, and then you're just going to excrete them, you know. So everything we do, we're dry brushing, Maybe it's the neck, right? We can go like this. So, we should mention as well, tonsils are part of that lymphatic system. So people that don't have tonsils are more susceptible to sinus infections. Maybe they get puffy lymph nodes in here, right? Because so many lymph nodes are in the neck. So we want to brush down. There's also essential oils that you can use. Grapefruit oil is a great one that you can just put grapefruit oil right on here to get things moving.
Essential oils are everywhere. I mean, you go to TJ Maxx, they're everywhere now.
They're very powerful, honestly. And I feel like that they're something that's also not talked about, but they're a holistic remedy, right? And it's in our cabinet.
Yeah. The leaves of the trees are for the healing of the nations. That's what they are.
Yes.
It's oil from those.
So I always say, reach for one of those versus a medication of some sort. But yes, you can brush your whole body. So legs, arms, abdominal area, and then all of this area, and then bring it on back up to here.
Now, where can I find how to do something like that, though?
YouTube
The
has a
videos?
lot of tutorials. That's a great place to start is if you want to learn how to dry brush. Another one is crossing here. And if we just want to manually, if you're at home, you can just start manually pumping your lymph. Lymph doesn't have a pump. So if we're just going in and manually pumping, right? It's like we want to open up our exit door. It's like if you're in a movie theater, a movie just got let out, and we want to kick all the people out, right? They're going to go open up the exit door, kick everyone out. So what we want to do is start opening our exit door, and then start doing the dry brushing, start doing the jumping. It is better. I mean, movement is, of course, better than stagnation.
Right. You have so many stories of people that you've helped, and can you give me one that just was like a mind-blowing thing, the way they came in and then what's happened to them?
Recently, I had a client just actually last week that came in, and she was like, Sheree, I must have gotten exposed to something, had a canker sore. It's very painful. I don't know what to do for it. And I just thought I needed lymphatic drainage. And so she booked an appointment, and we're going through and we did her lymphatic drainage. But then I also gave her at-home tips, to do as well. One of them was, of course, supplementation. Go home and take your probiotic, take a binder, right? We want to give the body a fighting chance with it. And then we also put red light on her face. Red light is also another tool, very powerful in the body. Red light is a full broad spectrum of lights that penetrate deeper into the skin, even down to the cellular level. And it is like a vitamin. It's a nutrient for our cells. So it's just like if you go out and get vitamin D sunshine, or you're putting a plant in front of the sun to get all of that photosynthesis, right? So it's like, hey, we need the plant to grow. So it needs sunshine and it needs some water. And so when we start putting red light on us, now it's the good kind of light. It's not the bad kind. It's not UVA, UVB. It actually reverses skin issues. It helps build collagen. It's going to be anti-aging. So it's going to have the aesthetic piece of it, of skin tightening and helping with fine lines and wrinkles and scars and those kinds of things, the aesthetic piece of it. But it also, on a cellular level, is going to help boost up immunity, kill viruses, those kinds of things. So it's a very health tool, that people to use. So
where would they get where would I get red light, by the way?
It's vast. It's everywhere. Amazon probably has them. They're not all created equal, but if someone's on a budget, right, and they just want the basics, you can get something for probably under $100, even for starting.
Or can I go get therapy somewhere? Maybe find a place.
Or you can find, a lot of tanning places have red light booths and those kinds of things that you can go to. It is accessible, for sure. It's not like something that's way out there, and it's affordable.
Wow.
It is not inexpensive, but it is also powerful for the body.
Yes.
But my client, we put that on her face. And so she just had a red light panel, which had 4 different kinds of red light plus LED lights in it. Put that on her for 20 minutes while we did her lymphatic drainage. She went home, took her supplements. She came back the next day, did her, we also do ionic detox foot baths. Those, I know they look gross and disgusting. They work.
Right.
They're another great way to help boost immunity as well. But she came back the next week, and immediately she was so excited. And she's like, Sheree, she says, I feel better. It worked. She says, the canker sore went down, the pain went down. I could visibly see her puffiness had gone down. Sometimes when the immune system is fighting and it's doing its thing, it's fighting a virus, fighting a bacteria.
Yes.
We see swelling, we see puffiness. As a practitioner, I just see swollen lymph nodes, and a lot of times in the armpit, right? We want a armpit and not a puff. I call it, we want the skinny armpits, right? We don't want an arm puff. And so next time you guys are out, looking in the mirror, put up your arm, look at your armpit. And if you've got a cushion, if there's kind of a bounce back in there, it's congestion. We don't want that.
Right.
But she had gone down with, I could see it visibly in her body. She felt better. She's like, Sheree, I'm sleeping better, everything. That's just one of the more recent
Right.
stories. I mean, I've seen thousands. It's why I show up every day to work, is to help give hope to people, help them
Sure.
feel better. But yeah, that's probably one of the ones. I also lymphatic system, immune system is also great for people that have had surgeries, whether it's a cosmetic surgery, whether it's just a gallbladder taken out or hysterectomy or any kind of surgery. Lymphatic drainage is another great way to help get rid of excess fluids, because
Yes.
when that backup starts to happen, well, it starts to compromise your immune system.
Wow.
And so that's another way that lymphatic drainage
Wow.
can help.
Well, Sheree, this has been a great time. We've talked about diet, we've talked about supplements, vitamins and minerals, and the lymphatic system. Is there anything else, just in closing, that you want to just add as far as boosting your immune system in this time?
I think we covered them. Yeah, I mean, with sleep, with exercise, stress management. I can't, put that out there enough. But really, look out. What I do as a practitioner is look outside of the box, and so it's to really think about your immune health, your lymphatic health, and to let this talk be an eye opener.
Yes.
That someone just won't, say, oh, that was a nice conversation. It's like, no, guys, you have to be proactive
Yes.
about your health, because someone else isn't going to do it. You have to make it a lifestyle. You have to make it about self-care. I'm showing up for me because I have other people that I need to take care of.
Yes.
So it's making it that monthly maintenance, maybe if you're going somewhere to get it done, or daily habits of like, you know what, I'm going to just start doing these tips. You will see your life transform, whether
Yes.
it's with sleep, whether it's with energy. It's all about prevention. And we look at the body as a whole. This is just one piece of it, but to really incorporate it and be proactive about it,
Right.
and to truly make it a lifestyle.
So as we're going into this cold and flu season, we encourage you, take care of yourself. This is a time frame where you're going to be surrounded by a lot of people who are going through different types of sicknesses, dealing with viruses. Vitamin up. Get your minerals, get your food right, and take care of your lymph system. Now, Sheree, as we end this time, just give us a way for people to follow you, because I think, you're just giving out great stuff all the time, and I think people would really benefit from what you're doing.
Yes, I am on the socials. So I am on Instagram and I am also on Facebook. So come follow Savvy Wellness. I'm on there regularly, giving out. I use it as a platform for education, with everything that we do, but then also just real life resources, kind of like what we're talking about today. But down below, you can find our Instagram and our Facebook there. And then also Savvy's website, which is savvy-wellness.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much
You're welcome.
for taking the time to have this conversation. And I really believe that each and every one of you that are watching this, this is going to, like she said, just turn on some lights, and just for you to think about this for your children, for your family, for yourself. And I also want to encourage you just to share this so that we can get the information out, because it's time to boost your immune system. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you real soon.